Turn to Total Money now. Buying food in bulk and freezing what you don't use or can't use right now is one of the best ways to actually save on food costs. So if you've been wanting to meal prep to save money and calories, of course, but aren't sure how to get started, we've got a step-by-step guide for you. Joining us now in the studio to discuss is John Paradise from Town and Country Federal Credit Union. John, thanks for coming in today.
Always a pleasure. One of my favorite topics.
Yes, right. We love to talk about food. Okay, so how does it start? Tell us how it works.
Well, I think meal prep is a great way to really save money, save planning, save stress, and have some really good meals. But I think you should really designate one day a week for meal prep, if at all possible. You know, I know life is busy, so it can't always work, perfectly. But if you can do one day a week, I think that will really help you out. And designate, if possible, breakfast, lunch, and dinner all through the week. And you can really have a plan for what you're going to make and how you're going to make it and what you need, etc. And it will ultimately save you time and save you money.
Okay, so if you start by designating a day, then what are the other steps that people can take, and how does it save you money?
Well, buying in bulk, you mentioned that's great, but a lot of times you forget that you've bought it. And so when you go around and you're making this dish that you really have wanted to make for a while, you forget that you already have most of the ingredients. So do an inventory of your freezer, do an inventory of your pantry on a pretty regular basis. I would say every 3 to 4 weeks is a good way to do it. Also, plan those meals, plan the ingredients and the recipes in advance so you know exactly what ingredients you're going to need. You can go into the grocery store, bing, bang, boom, and you've got all that you need, and limit your trips to the grocery store. I am the worst when I see something, and especially if I'm hungry, I see something, oh, I've got to have that. And it's impulse buying, and impulse buying translates to much more expensive grocery bill.
Yes, and also if you have meals prepared, right, you're probably less likely to go out.
Absolutely.
And you save money that way.
Absolutely.
Too.
You can have leftovers a lot of times we'll make more than I need, more than we need. We have leftovers at lunch. We sometimes have leftovers the next night. It can save, again, you don't have to think about it. You set it and forget it, and it can ultimately both save time, money, and stress. And you'll end up with a much healthier, much better meal. And I think everybody wins when it's that case.
I was going to say, that sounds like a lot of benefits.
A lot of benefits. Again, do it in steps. You don't have to never go out to dinner, but I think if you plan ahead, you can go a long way when it comes to your grocery bill, and that's one of our biggest expenses these days.
Absolutely. All right, John, thank you so much for joining us.
Happy shopping.
Yeah, well, always.